Welcome to episode 12. It is our last episode
For
of this
season one.
season 1, Give Her the Mic podcast. We are so happy you're here. This is going to be a fantastic episode because we're literally going to walk through, number one, like why we did this podcast. I'd love to too maybe share some feedback that we've had from people because we've had a lot of feedback. We've had a lot of feedback. Some actually, I would say 99% of the feedback has been freaking fantastic and everybody has really loved every second of this podcast. And we've had some women really like open up to us and be super, super honest about some struggles that they've faced. And they've told us that this has literally helped them.
Yeah.
And that's all that we wanted.
Yeah.
There's been some people who have been very upset and angry about the podcast.
That's okay.
And that's completely fine because we have carried on and pushed on and we're here for the last episode of the first season.
Yep.
And I'm so happy to be here with you, sis.
I know. It's been so much fun. And we were talking about this before the episode. Yes, a lot of this season was serious and
Heavy.
hard and heavy. But I really feel like I can speak for both of us when I say we really needed to bring them into our world and to build trust with them because this isn't just something we want to do for 12 episodes. Like this is something we really feel like is going to be built and be something really huge one day to help women. And they had to trust us and know hard things that we've been through. So we're not just like talking to talk, but now we have the opportunity to we can walk them through some of our favorite moments. We can walk them through some different things that we have coming with Give Her the Mic in season 2 and kind of what the vision is. And
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm literally so excited.
Just being very transparent, I almost did not make it through after episode 4.
Yeah.
We both got really hit like a ton of bricks, and that was it was definitely. I don't think I anticipated that we were gonna
have so much. Whatever the word is from that
kickback.
And even, there's been multiple episodes that we've had a lot of kickback from.
Yeah. And Justin manages the YouTube too, by the way. So the comments, so he'll go through and filter things. And it's also when you put yourself out there, you want to have negative and positive feedback
For
too.
sure.
You want to have both.
But when you're an empath,
it's hard.
The negative can be really, really, really disheartening for sure. And it can make you feel or not want to continue on. There were multiple times that I know you and I were both like, we know that we're supposed to be doing this, but it's really hard.
Yeah.
And why, can we continue on? Can I get up today?
Yeah.
And come and record, but when God has truly put something in your path, I need to look at the camera. I'm so bad at this part.
Please do.
When God has truly put something in your path and he lines everything up, he's also going to give you the strength and carry you through that season and whatever that task is that he's put before you. And there's been times, obviously, during this podcast that we've been doing that, we both have had to talk through things that most people never experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Shouldn't have to experience. And we talk through those things for multiple reasons. Number one, because we know that there's so much healing on the other side of it. And we want people to know that they can heal from those terrible, traumatic things that they go through. But also I know this podcast has also been very healing for me.
Oh, yeah.
It's so important to talk through the things that change you as a human. And if you don't, you never get past them or through them. So I know there were some things that I still definitely needed to talk through. I did it to the public.
But such a great way for us to do that.
Just did it to the public. But also I'm so thankful that I did it because I truly, through this podcast, have healed from some very hard things that I walked through. And I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
I really am that we did this,
Yeah, I'm thankful for us and that we you know, I mean, because we pretty much locked arms from the jump, and we
Amen.
were like, this is what we're
We
doing.
got each other's backs.
And, you know, it always lined up to so crappy where you would like you worked the past 2 days. So like
Yeah.
every time we'd record, you'd be working back to back,
Yeah.
or you'd feel guilty because you'd feel behind on like coordinating an outfit or doing this,
100%.
or,
Yeah.
you know, but we really were able to just not just make it work, but I feel like God lined it up.
He did.
Even with, you
Yeah.
know, our producer, Josh, he's amazing. He's the one recording all these episodes. Like, we love him.
And it's, you know, to have a male producer, when we walked in and we met Josh, we could feel that God put him
Oh, yeah.
here for a reason,
Oh, yeah.
because we knew that we were going to have to talk through some really hard, vulnerable moments. And to have a man clearly that's like a family man and someone that we can trust was huge.
Yeah.
So, you know, when God, you know, puts something in your path and really truly wants to use you in a way, he is going to line every single thing up to a T. And it is, and even when it's hard, like, it's still magical and beautiful. And
Yeah.
you just have to keep going.
Yeah.
Just have to
and
keep
like,
showing up.
it's so true though, because after episode 4, it was really hard to
Yeah.
keep up momentum.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a perfect way to explain life. Like when
Yeah.
hard things happen, because now we look back and there's still some hard things you're going through,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
right now, but we look back and we're like, man, like you're never going to regret giving up.
No.
Or not giving up.
You're
You're
never
never
gonna
going to regret
regret
not
not
giving
giving
up.
up.
And I would regret so much, number one, to all the viewers who would have missed the healing and the comfort that we could give them,
Yes.
and being relatable. I feel like
Yes.
me and you are very
Extremely.
relatable people because we're very real, we're very honest, and you know, that's something that people would have missed.
Yeah.
And that's why
And God put us here to do this.
Yeah.
Like, us for a purpose and for a reason, because of our stories and because of what we've been through in our healing and everything. Like, he put us here.
Yeah, and they
on
haven't even met our
purpose.
friends yet that we're gonna have on season 2, and
They're not ready.
you know,
Not just our friends, but also just like women that
Real
we've
women.
heard the stories of these women, y'all. Like,
we're gonna find them. We're gonna find y'all. We're gonna find every single one of you guys.
We
out
already
there.
have people too reaching out who are like,
Oh,
get
yeah.
us on season 2. Get us
Yeah.
on season 2, because, you know, we've been through so much, but so many other women have as well. And they have so much insight
been through
too.
more.
And so much more.
Been
So
through
much
more.
more. And, you know, like, it takes a village to gain wisdom on everything.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah,
It's not
and
just us.
You've got to look at too, you know, that's why I have Justin manage the comments, because I wanted us to be protected, especially from YouTube and
Emotionally.
women saying stuff. There was just stuff
Yeah.
that was being commented, not a lot, but some stuff that was just ugly.
Yeah.
Whether it be about your sexual abuse or about my
Yeah.
abortions, there was just, and the interesting part is it was all women.
Women.
Which is so gross.
Y'all, we got to do better for each other. Women, we should not be tearing each other down, especially like, I had a couple
No.
people reach out to me from high school, and they were very upset
Oh, I
with me.
remember.
They were very upset with me for portraying my high school in the way that I did. But number one, they never were like, and they knew the person who had done
It's like,
what
I'm
he
sorry
did to
you got
me.
raped.
Yeah, like, how about you, number one, tell me that you feel bad that you were around me during that season. You had no idea I had gone through that. Number
Right.
two, my opinion and what I have to say, y'all, freedom of speech is a thing, okay? I can say whatever I want to say about whatever. I know there's certain legal things you're not supposed to say. But at the end of the day, like, freedom of speech, I'm going to say exactly how I feel about something. And that was my view of my high school. That is what I remember. And that is my truth. And no one is allowed to take your truth away from you, period.
No.
They cannot.
No.
Because that's yours.
No.
So,
And everybody deserves to take up space. And I think that's
Yes.
something too that I've, through this podcast and through just therapy, healing, all that, I've had to learn to really look at every perspective, which is
Yeah,
hard.
it
Like,
is.
but it's been so cool because now I'm like, I can look at a ton of different perspectives and, you know, hear different opinions, and every single every woman specifically, because this is a women-based podcast, let's just say what it
Yeah.
is. Every single female deserves to take up space and share their story
Yeah.
and share their story in a space to where, which is why I bring up that there were mean comments, there were ugly things, that some things I showed you, some things I didn't show
Yeah.
you, and had Justin delete. But it's like I feel sorry for those people, because I remember 10 years ago, if I would have seen something like this and been triggered, I would have said something ugly like that.
Yeah.
Probably I wouldn't have written it on social media, but you know, I remember reading one comment a few weeks ago and somebody was like, you couldn't pay me to watch that shit. And I was like, thinking to myself, why even comment that?
Exactly.
You know? And
Yeah.
so,
Just keep your
but it
thoughts to
also
yourself.
makes you, but also I'm like, I'm happy that we've walked through season 1 so much hard,
Yeah.
because it's built resilience in us.
Big time.
And women need resilience
And
in
we
order
also,
to thrive.
Yes, no. I feel like women need resilience more than God, number one. But
Yeah.
resilience, because like you said in the last episode, like life is going to happen. And if
Always.
you're not resilient, you are, no. Mm-mm. And you're also going to stop in your tracks and not do what God has put forth for you to do. Like resiliency comes from God as well.
Right.
You know?
And it's also going to let you, like, resiliency helps you walk through things gracefully instead of,
Yes.
it's almost like you glide better when you're
Yes.
resilient, as opposed to feeling locked up.
Trying to make it work. Just
yeah. In my natural self, I would lock up.
Yeah.
I would lock up.
Oh, yeah.
And just
Yeah.
freeze and just panic and
Yeah.
internalize and be like a recluse.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you know, I know that if we can get through this
Yeah.
and remain, because there was a point where we got really tested, even in
Yeah.
our own relationship,
time.
by people intentionally
Big
trying to break up our friendship.
Yes.
And
The devil worked very hard during this
I was
podcast to
super
make us
concerned
stop.
about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
but we
didn't. Let him.
we got through it
Yeah.
even stronger and
Yeah.
realized, wait a minute,
Yeah.
this is happening because,
Like it's you and me.
Yeah.
It's us.
yeah,
We're here for a purpose. We're here for a reason. All this outside noise and outside factors, like that's not God.
yeah,
It's not. And I think it's so easy when all that stuff comes in to truly just like falter and like not have conversations and not do what you need to do. But I'm so thankful and grateful that like we didn't let any of that stop us from
Yeah.
like truly like living in God's purpose for
Yeah.
ourselves, really though, because this has been, like you said, one of the hardest things I've ever done in my entire
Mhm.
life, for sure. But it's also the hard things are what change you. They're what grow you. And they're also what like help other people
heals
as
others.
well.
It heals
You know,
other
like
people.
this is what we have to do. And
Yeah.
I do want to say too, I'm so proud of you and me because this has been very emotionally exhausting. Like we've had to walk through some really, really hard things. And I know after we film, we're usually very tired
Mhm.
because it is a very emotional process, but we've been so cautious and, what's the word? Like, just we've made sure that we have taken care of ourselves through
Yeah.
this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Like big time.
Oh yeah.
Like we've been very calculated about taking care of ourselves and our mental health and our emotional health and all those things. So,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's so important.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you look at our lives now as opposed to when we started filming a couple months ago, like there's so many cool changes where God,
Look at what God did.
you know, and like you're at a new church. Like
Yes.
I have a lot of new changes that's going to be coming up. Like you're in an amazing relationship.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's just so many things too. Like even with situations you've recently walked through yourself, that I can see your resilience and I can see you being like, I'm going to do things differently
Differently.
with this situation. I'm not going to.
I'm not going to sit back and just let somebody walk all over
No.
me. Like, I'm not going to do it.
No.
I feel like, especially as empaths too and feelers, we do a lot to try to keep the peace.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes peace is not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just literally have to stick up for yourself and be like, I'm not doing that this time. Like I'm not choosing peace. I'm going to choose to fight.
Yeah. And sometimes you got to create some Oh my gosh, some friction. That's what I was going to say. Like, you've got to create friction to see what is going to happen with the relationship, or create friction to try to make that situation better,
Yeah.
or to try to see, okay, well, I do have a different opinion, or I do
Yeah.
think differently. And like I said, this podcast has really made me think so differently. Like, I just have such a respect for the woman in general
Me too.
now.
It's
Like, and
wild,
just
man.
like you said, the messages we've gotten,
Yeah.
so many messages about, women that have gone through sexual abuse or difficult friendships, that where I've literally had people message me specifically and be like, I have a friend that I'm walking through this with and I'm going to go talk to them.
Mm.
I've had that happen like probably 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, and we always used to say, in our direct sales business, like, for the one. And that's
Yeah.
what this is about. It's not
Yeah.
about the people that don't want to listen, or they want to mock our hashtag, or they want to mock us. Like, go sit down then and go watch Nick Jr. Like,
Yeah.
our show is not for you then.
Yeah.
Go watch something else.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's fine.
and that's
It's absolutely
totally fine. But
we're not here
our-
for them.
No, like, our show is for the women that we know in our heart and soul have experienced some of these things, because we wouldn't have been getting hit so hard if it wasn't valuable. It's just we
Exactly.
talk about things that people don't want to talk about, which
No.
is so cool. And so,
Yeah.
let's you want to like bring it into what they can kind of expect in season 2, and like what
Yes,
we're kind of
please.
thinking.
So
It's going to be so fun.
make sure my mic's on here.
Please
Yep, think it is. We are so excited for season 2. I mean, we have definitely gone through the heavy with season 1. With season 2, we are going to bring guests and other people into the mix. We
Yeah.
want it to make it more like a talk show feel and not so much like a podcast. We want it to be more interactive. We want to hear other people's stories.
It's time to pass the mic on
Because stories are what heal other people. So we're
Yeah.
really excited. Season 2, I think, is going to be a lot lighter. I think it's going to be a lot more like a different kind of energy. Like,
Yeah.
still fun, which is kind of fun now. I mean, it is fun. But like, it's going to be more of a fun, uplifting energy. And I also think that we need to like maybe like bring products on board and things like that
Yes,
too.
do some
Like things that we use,
collaborations.
that we love, because let's be honest, we are wild about our skin. Like, if I go to bed and you could light a match around me, then I haven't put
Yes.
enough stuff on my face.
So glassy.
Has
So
to be glassy. So we are excited for season. I definitely am. I'm ready for like, this was, like I said, one of the hardest but most beautiful things I've ever done. But I think season 2 is going to be like a completely different vibe, and I'm so excited.
And there's
for
so many
it,
women that we know
personally.
that have incredible bandwidth. They're very intelligent.
Yes.
A lot of these women that you and I are
Yeah.
friends with. I want to get our moms on here, like
Yeah.
your mom and my stepmom. I want to
Yeah.
get, a lot of our friends on here,
Yeah.
and have you guys step into our world of what these women look like and who they are. And it's going to be really cool. I mean, like, super intelligent people are going to be
Yes.
on this show, and
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. It's going to be airy. It's going to be, like, we really want, like, it sounds really crazy, but I know for a fact we're going to look back on this in 10 years and something amazing is going to grow, and
100%.
we're going to go, wow, like we said we were going to do a talk show in season 2, and now we're in season,
6.
78,
Yeah. Oh, wow.
and we
I
have
like
a
season
studio,
78,
like,
yes.
I really see
Yeah.
this being super impactful. I see a foundation for women being built out of this.
Yeah.
I see, just beautiful, beautiful things happening, and there's literally nobody else I would rather do it with than you. There's
Amen.
there's nobody else that would even like remotely come close
No.
to, being able to, talk about this stuff. And
Yeah.
it's just been so cool. It's been so, like you said, it's been so hard. And that sounds so
It's been
cliche.
really hard.
I feel like people think when you want to start a podcast, it's like, oh, cool, start a podcast. And it's like,
But let's also walk through the worst trauma we've ever experienced in our entire lives and tell the entire public nation about our trauma that we've
No,
experienced.
really, we did it to ourselves.
We literally
you
did
know?
it to ourselves, but it's, you know, we pray before every recording.
We do.
We ask God to speak through us, and we talk about the things that he wants us to talk about.
Yeah.
And it's been hard, but like I would not take this back for the world. I would do this
No.
50,000 more times. And I can't wait for season 2 because I feel like God is just literally going to keep doing and doing and doing as long as we stay aligned with him. And I think that
Aligned with him
is
and
a
aligned with
huge-
each other.
yes, yes.
Align with him and align with
And
each other.
also like making sure that you do not, like, reconciliation is so big, and making sure that there's not anything that needs to not, like, the things that are left unsaid. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I feel like doing something like this, and I know there's probably other women on here that are watching this that have like a business with your best friend or something like that. And you really need to make sure like you align with each other, and that
Yeah.
your vision's the same, and that you respect each other, and that you trust each other, and that you also can have really hard conversations with each other, because, you know, starting something like this isn't easy, but you also, you know, like, it's completely possible, and we've
Yeah.
done it.
And using the strengths of each other too. You know,
Yes.
that's the cool thing when you're in a friendship with somebody and you start looking at their differences as their strengths.
Yes.
That's when you truly can build something with them. And I think coming from a direct sales background, I was already used to working with women, and I knew, I was like, if we do something like this, like, why would I want to do this alone? Like, yeah, I could start a brand alone, you could start a brand alone, we could do whatever.
Yeah.
But who wants to do that?
No,
Life was meant to be in communion and community with
100%,
others.
100%.
And you know, I know for a fact if we were doing this on our own, we would have given up a long time ago.
Oh,
like
yeah.
episode 4, we'd have been
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, we care about what
There's
they
no
think.
way.
Bye.
Yeah,
You
there's
know what
no
I mean?
way.
And
Yeah.
we were both like, no, we need to stay focused. It's okay. We knew this would happen. We knew this would happen.
did,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? And so I've just really loved this space for us. I feel like it's just a space where, you know, even whether it's one listener or whether it's 500 listeners or grows from there, whatever it may be, it's so much more. You know what I mean?
This
Then
is a very safe space.
It's
very
such-
sacred space. Very like, I mean, the fact that people are literally listening to us talk about things like this, like, it has to be.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, we've talked about mental health. We've talked about trauma, sexual abuse, you know, abortions, mom issues,
Yeah.
partner issues, like mental health issues. And, you know, since 2020, if you look at any statistics, you could pull it up right now, like mental health is like quadrupled since 2020. Like people
COVID
are
accentuated it because
people-
everybody was stuck. They were stuck in their houses. They
Isolated,
were isolated.
scared.
People.
Fear and
that's-
isolation
so
will
listen to
ruin
this.
you.
So this nurse, I think was from Nigeria. I can't remember. He told me this a couple weeks ago. He said, people in his country don't struggle with mental health like we do. And the reason is because when you wake up in the morning, you walk like to the market or somewhere, on the way, you see people and you stop, you go into their home and you talk to them. It's community.
Yep.
And then you go down the street and you talk to somebody more. Here in America, like, we don't do that. Isolating yourself and not having community and communion is how people struggle with mental health, because you do feel alone.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And it's you, at that point, you don't even need somebody to take you out. You're taking yourself out.
exactly.
You know, you're taking yourself out. And
Yeah.
I truly believe that is the worst, like, epidemic of all right now is
Yeah.
the mental health crisis,
Yeah.
and how women are just going day to day. Like I told you when I was at the doctor the other day, we were talking about like medications for me, and like
Yeah.
just very open about it.
Yeah.
And I've never had a doctor like care that much about my mental
Yeah.
health. You know what I mean? Which is sad, but it's like
terrible.
true. And
It is
so-
true. I literally saw a TikTok girl the other day that just committed suicide. She was this beautiful redhead girl, and it literally and it was because of all the bullies on TikTok. Her husband even said it, and
It's
it's just
horrible.
like, you know, it is. We have to do better for each other, and we have to do better for ourselves.
Yeah. And if this podcast season 1 showed them anything, it's like, if you're not happy mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, then you have the pin, which is really cool. Like you have the opportunity to go, okay, I don't know how to fix it yet, but I know that I don't want to be here. So how do I start that journey?
Yeah.
And that's where I think so many women get tied up is they don't know how to start the journey. And it's like, and you know me, like I am very much naturally introverted, like naturally, like I don't need nobody. And you're
Yeah.
like, no, Chloe, but
Yeah.
you do,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm good. But it's
Yeah.
like, no, none of us were meant to do life
No.
alone.
No.
We were meant to do it with people. And
Yeah.
that's what Give Her the Mic does. Like give her the mic, like give it to her, like let her speak, let her share, even if her opinion is completely different. That's what we want because we should be able to be in community with people
And
that all have
respect
different
their
opinions.
Yes, 100%.
Whether it's political or spiritual, you know what I mean? I will talk to an atheist or an agnostic the same way I will talk to a pastor. It does not matter to me.
It doesn't matter at all.
And actually my heart is for the agnostic.
Yeah.
Because that person that's preaching on stage, they probably have way more problems than that agnostic person does.
Yeah.
But they're covering it up and putting Jesus on it when that agnostic person needs to be the one the pastor's talking to.
Yeah.
And so when we think about what Jesus is doing, that's why I really feel like we do feel comfortable in this space because Jesus was always after the troubled ones. And we've said so many times, we've always felt different, like we didn't belong, like we don't fit in, like so many different things. And
it's quite the opposite though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like we've both felt like that most of our lives, but I think it's because of who we are.
Right.
Truthfully. Like we are different.
Right.
But God made us this way for a reason. And I'm so thankful that we are so different.
Yeah. And it's like, when you get so stuck in a job that you don't like, so like a career you don't like, or in relationships you don't like, or friendships that you don't like, you start to think that this is the way life should be. And I used to think that for so long.
Yeah.
I used to be like, this is my life. And now I look back and I'm like, how dare I even say that about my life? Because life
so much better.
It never has to be that way.
No.
Like you can change it in an instant.
Yeah.
It's better for you. It's better for the people around you. Like you really can change your life that quick.
You really can.
You can go, I don't want to do this anymore. And you can do it without beating yourself up and without hating yourself.
People stay in their misery and then they make everybody else around them miserable.
Yeah.
Literally. Like it is exhausting. And if you're one of those people and you're just like always miserable, I always say it's like Eeyore, like walking around like duh, duh, duh,
Me and
duh.
you cannot deal with those kinds of people.
I would go out of my ever loving mind. Like, and I'm being honest right now, if you're an Eeyore, people don't like it. Like people like joy. People like people who smile. They like energetic. And if you're an Eeyore, I mean, honestly, you probably might know that you are. You got to figure out why. Why are you angry? Like, why are you snappy with people all the time? Like, why are you in your feels all the time? Like, I know I don't want to be around people like that. I truly don't. I will because I love people for 2 seconds. But after that, they will suck the life out of you, the energy out of you, because they're just downers.
Yeah.
But there's a reason for that. And they have to figure it out.
Yeah.
You can't do it for them. They have to figure it out on their own,
Yeah. And the cool part is they can change it.
Yeah.
Anybody can change the direction they're going in at any point.
Yeah.
You can change your mood. You can change your mindset. You can change your activities. You can change
your environment.
Yep. You can change your environment. Some of y'all are in jobs that you hate and you're acting like you can't get out of them, and you can go work at Target. You could go work somewhere else. You can move floors like you did when you weren't happy a few months ago. You can separate yourself from that situation. You can change it.
Yeah, you truly
You can actually change your
That's
life.
what's so wonderful
You don't gotta
about
stay
free
there.
will and America and everything else in between. Like, we can do anything, y'all.
You can go work for UPS for
Seriously.
a couple months and make a ton of
makes
money.
great money. You make great money.
Yeah, you don't get air conditioning, but you gonna get benefits and $35
But
an
people
hour.
just want to sit in their fields and complain about like where they're at in their life and everything else in between and make everybody else feel miserable. But just
Right.
like you said, you have the pin.
If you don't like it, change it.
Yeah.
If you're not happy, move.
Yeah.
If you're not happy, and you're saying you can't ever travel, save your money and go to Italy, go
Yeah.
travel, go explore, go. Like I've been seeing so many memes come up that say like, like traveling 5 times a year boosts mental health. I totally believe that.
Well, you also have to have something to look forward to,
Right.
Which I think is why traveling is so important and planning things. Me and you
We've got to do more of that. We've not done a very good job.
We haven't, but we were doing really good for a little bit, and then the podcast came, and we've been kind of busy.
Among other things,
we really like to plan things because you have to have things to look forward to in life. That's how you get through your week. That's how I get through my week. I like to look forward to things,
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have anything to look forward to because they haven't planned anything.
Yeah. Well, and then they think like, they don't deserve it or
they have too much going on. They're too busy, blah, blah, blah. But like, you have to do that. You have to stop.
And I think that's like such a great way to wrap it up before we kind of ask them, to tell us what they want on season 2. But, if y'all are not happy with the way you're moving or where your life is, change it. Change it. Just change it. That's it. I think that's the key, dude. You're not happy? Change it. If you're not married and you don't have kids, move.
Move.
Quickly. Go move somewhere. Go abroad. Go see other cultures. Go to Spain. Go to Italy. Go to Greece.
Oh my gosh! If I did not have children
go
and
be a
all the
tour guide
things,
in
I would.
Santorini.
Yeah. Oh, I would do that in a second.
You know how hot those tour guides are? Our like woman tour guide was beautiful. She looked like a Greek goddess, and she lives there half the year. And then when it gets cold, she goes to another island, literally. And then guess what? The government there pays them to not work in the off months because they've got to still make money. If you guys are not happy, change your environment. If you're not happy in your marriage, leave it. If you're not happy in your job, leave it. If you don't like the partner you're with or have been with, don't settle. Like you did not settle this whole past year and a half. No. You did not settle. And you went on some shitty dates.
The worst dates
These
ever.
Greenville men
Oh my
could
gosh.
never.
Girl.
Like, and so
rocky time for sure.
It's just
when you don't like something, you have to change it. When
change
my
it.
life is completely different than it was
even a year ago.
Almost 7 years. Yes, completely different. But it's because we made a choice and we were like, we're not doing this anymore. Like we're gonna do things differently. You have to choose for yourself differently, and that's what I say all the time now. Like, I choose for myself so different than I used to because I am the most important person in my life.
Right.
Me.
Right. We are the most important, and then our kids are looking at us. So how we feel is going to project onto them.
Yes.
If you're overly stressed in your job, look at what you're doing and slow down for a minute and maybe take your wife on a date or your, partner on a date, number one. Number two, make sure, like, spend some time with your kids. Now it's like, I'll sit and play board games with my kids, or we'll just do random things. We'll go sit in the room, talk with them. Like,
that's what I do. Yeah,
but
just
that,
go chill.
I feel like so many people are just so stressed and busy. They're just worried about the wrong things. And it's like, if you're not happy, guys, like, change it.
Yeah.
So,
you have that option.
Season 2, y'all let us know what y'all want.
I know. We really need to know for season 2, like,
Feedback.
Is there anything specific topics-wise that anyone wants discussed? We obviously can come up with everything in between, but we also want to really make sure that we're covering things that you guys need.
Yeah.
So if there's anything specific, please comment, please message us, let us know.
What you want. And so we can bring people... we can
the
bring
right
people,
kind of people on
that are going to help you, and also that are going to be, like we said, we want more breathability on season 2, we want, more laughs, but also we're always going to be raw, real, and transparent. That's what you guys are going to get from us because we made a promise to ourselves that we were not going to change. So you're going to hear the real, the raw, all that. But yeah, tell us, like Kristen said, in the comments, what you're wanting to hear in season 2. We haven't even started thinking about filming for that yet. And so we want to take your feedback and we want to build the season
100%.
off of your feedback,
because there's no other reason to do it.
You want some guys on here? We'll get a guy. I don't know how they're gonna feel about it, but you know what I mean. We
can get some boys.
We'll get.
I would love to interview some boys. That would be hilarious, actually.
I mean, we can do a whole thing.
Yeah, we sure can.
So,
it would be really cute too to have like like Cece or like little girls and just ask them specific questions.
Right.
They would love
Right.
that.
Let
So
them answer.
we
to
have all
hear-
kinds of ideas.
Yeah.
So I do want to say like, thank you guys so much. Season 1 was, it was hard. It was definitely heavy. It was a lot, but your feedback and like everything in between is why we're still here and why we've kept going, you know, like you guys and God truly in each other.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
thank you too to like obviously like our producer
Josh.
who records all
I
these
love Josh.
episodes, and then
And Dana.
and
for
to
being our
Dana
photographer
for being our
through all of it.
photographer, and my husband has done
Oh my
every single
gosh.
social media post for us and has helped upload everything and has gotten the episodes out. And so, you know,
We
we
love you,
We love
Justin.
guys. We
Yeah.
have them producing the podcast.
We do.
We
don't hate men.
we know their gifts.
We do not
okay?
hate men.
We know
don't
their
hate
gifts.
men at all.
We know their gifts. So
Yeah.
we are partnering with them. But just thank you guys for giving us space. Thank you guys. If you didn't like an episode, thank you for choosing to listen to another one. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some where
Yeah.
it made you feel some kind of way. I understand that.
Yeah.
I listened to some back. I'm like, man, we
Yeah.
really gave it. But
Yeah.
thank you for giving us space and knowing that, you know, every episode is going to be for a different person. And so we love you guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you next
And we
season.
will see you in, I almost said episode 2.
Episode 13,
Episode
season 2,
13.
baby. Bye.
Until next time.
Yes.
Woo!
That's a wrap.